Hello everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. So today I'll be covering a very brief topic in community medicine using Park's textbook of community medicine as a reference, that is communication for health education. My intention in these videos and the videos to follow is to provide a very brief overview of the respective chapter so that it's easier to digest the bulky syllabus. I would however recommend reading the book for a better picture and use this just as an aid. So the communication process has 5 main components, that is the sender, message, channel, receiver and feedback. So basically the sender sends a message via a channel to a receiver who, after doing the following 4 tasks, that is gaining awareness, arousal of interest, evaluating the information received and any behavioral changes based on that, will provide feedback to the sender. So the receivers can be of 2 types, either a controlled audience which is bound together by a common interest, or an uncontrolled audience which is basically assembled due to curiosity. So channels of communication or media systems can broadly be of 3 types, that is interpersonal communication, which is face to face, mass media and folk media or traditional media. Now coming to the types of communication, firstly we have one-way communication known as the didactic method, which is basically one-way flow of knowledge, which is not very influential for human behavior. And we have two-way communication, which is also known as the Socratic method. Then we have verbal communication, non-verbal communication, formal and informal communication, visual communication, telecommunication and internet, which is basically how this video is coming to you guys. So now, not every process of communication is smooth. So there are certain barriers to communication, like physiological, psychological, environmental and cultural. So why communicate? What are the functions of health communication? So there are broadly 8 functions listed in this book: information, education, motivation, persuasion, counseling, raising the morale, health development and organization or coordination. Now coming to health education, there are 5 definitions listed here. Just remember the first one. There's another important definition under the Alma Ata Declaration of 1978. So it also deals with the changing concepts of health education, and it lists 4 aims and objectives of health education, and also the role of healthcare providers in ensuring health education as well. Next, we have 4 well-known approaches to health education. Firstly, we have the regulatory approach, which is basically via legislation, rules and regulations and restrictions. Secondly, we have the service approach, and thirdly we have the health education approach, and lastly we have the primary healthcare approach. Also given is an important table on how to differentiate health education from health propaganda. Now coming to the models of health education, basically what's your intention when you want to educate people? First we have the medical model, then we have the motivational model, then we have the social intervention model. The core of the motivational model is internalization of new values into acquired behavior, which is performed after taking action on the information that is so obtained. So the various contents of health education range from human biology, nutrition, hygiene, family health, disease prevention and control, even mental health, which is of rising importance nowadays, prevention of accidents and proper utilization of health services. Next up, we have the principles of health education. Firstly, we have interest, then we have participation, then comprehension, motivation, and then credibility, and then reinforcement, learning by doing, going from the known to the unknown, setting an example, ensuring good human relations, feedback, and ensuring good leaders who can help communicate the message to the respective audience. Now, how is health education exactly practiced? So, firstly, we have audio-visual aids, we have auditory aids, visual aids, and then combined AV aids. So, there are broadly three methods in getting health communication across to people. So, one, we have the individual method, then the group method, then the mass method. Under the individual methods, we have personal contact, home visits, and personal letters. Under the group approach, we have lectures, demonstrations, discussion methods like group discussion, panel discussion, symposium, workshop, conferences, and seminars, and role plays. And finally, under the mass approach, we have various methods of mass media and folk media like television, internet, radio, newspaper, posters, health museums, and exhibitions, to name a few. So it's important to differentiate between the various methods of group discussion like panel, symposium, workshop, conference, and seminar, because these are sometimes favorite trick questions that can be asked in exams. And finally, we have a short note on planning, management, administration, and organization, which in my opinion is not very important. So we have finally come to the conclusion of this chapter. I hope my video was a bit helpful to you guys. So thank you for watching. Please subscribe, share if you found it helpful. Thank you very much.